Hi. This section is about programming logic and languages. So let's start with some basic concepts, like what is a programming language? So programming languages are used to write computer programs, or software we also call that. So programs are composed of sequences of precise instructions that indicate how to perform a task. A task like, for example, calculate average of student scores or operate a robot to assemble a car, for example. These are all tasks that we can program with a programming language. So what is programming exactly? The definition of programming is that it's the act of writing software, so computer programs, writing computer programs to perform particular tasks using a programming language. So let's start to look a little bit about on different levels of programming languages. So we distinguish machine language, assembly language, and high-level programming languages. And let's look into each one of those in a little bit more detail. So machine language is the language that the machine can only read. It's a combination of bits. So we've already seen bits are zeros and ones. And actually at the hardware level, they represent high or low electric voltage to instruct the hardware what to do. So machine language is a combination of 0 and 1 bits that tell the machine what to do. Eventually, all programs that are being executed by a computer are converted into machine language before they can be executed. So machine language is obviously not something that people or humans write or read. On the next level, a little bit higher up, we have assembly language. Assembly language is a programming language that consists of a series of processor instructions. They're also called mnemonics. So these are commands that instruct the processor what to do. Although it's also not really for humans, humans can do it. So let's look at this example and see that we can understand what's going on there. So it's a procedure. So the procedure starts there with the processor instructor proc. And after that we say a command which is CMP, which stands for compare. So the command there says compare AX, that's a register, compare the value that's in register AX, compare this to 97. Then the next instruction says GL, jump less. So if it's less, if the comparison of AX with 97 turns out to be less, then we jump to done or finished. If not, we go on with the next instruction that compares again the register AX with 122. Then we do a GG that says jump if greater. So it says if greater, if AX is greater than 122, then we go to done. And if not, we continue with the next instruction that says subtract AX, the value that is in the register AX, with 32. And then we return and we're finished. So this is assembly language. Series of instructions to the processor. It indicates to the processor what to put in which register and how to compare and what to do according to the results of comparing stuff. So languages that humans use, programmers, are more high-level languages. They have a higher abstraction level. We don't think in processor registers and comparing values. We are at a higher level. And this is easier to learn because we use English-like statements. Yeah, we see an example here in the yellow box of a Java program that prints some numbers. So let's look a little bit at it. Later on we will see more examples and explain a little bit more the statements that you can see here. So here we have a high-level language and it says assign number 1 to the variable that is called number. And then while this number is less than or equal to some maximum, what we want to do is print this number on the screen, add 1 to the number, and go on until the number is greater than the maximum. So this is a high-level language, and as you can see, it uses English-like statements to represent a computer program. So this we typically find in languages such as Java, C++, Visual Basic, Pascal, and so on. These are all high-level languages. So we've seen programming languages machine language, assembly language, and high-level language. So in the next section, we will talk a little bit more on syntax and semantics of these programming languages.